So it's third rifle season, Colorado. Me and Tiffany have mule deer tags. I got a bear tag. And it's opening morning. Headed out to our spot. We did a little scouting yesterday. Let's see if we can get a buck or two today. I saw quite a few deer yesterday, but no big bucks, but a lot of does, so I'm sure there's some bucks with them or around. So we're gonna drive into a spot and park, and we got about probably a half-mile hike into where we're gonna be kind of setting up this morning. So hoping we get some luck today. Morning.
Good morning. Gotta take my ibuprofen.
You ready to kill a buck today?
I am. I got buck fever. Are you ready to kill a buck today too?
Well, yeah, I'm ready. Just, hope we see some.
Yeah.
It's pretty cold out this morning. Ash says 0 degrees.
Look how pretty it is.
Sun's coming up.
It's beautiful. We've seen over 20 deer already.
Yeah, one little buck. About the same amount of hunters.
More hunters than deer, I think.
Yeah, dude, what happened, man?
Well, I just looked up and something was coming from a long ways away. I had the scope, or the spotting scope set up, but he was moving so fast I couldn't ever get him into it. Then he came down the bottom here, and I still didn't know what it was, but the way it was acting, I thought it was a buck. And,
Oh, I see it right there.
yeah, so I'm just waiting. I'm like, Lord, you know, please make him go right. Please. And he was trotting pretty good, and I didn't whistle or anything. I had a spot picked ahead of him for him to walk into, and as soon as he walked into, I just let him have it.
Nice job, man.
I was able to get the window
That's
motor
awesome,
opened
dude.
out with the rest set on here, perfect. And I might have got a little bit of his front shoulder because it was quartering a little bit, but
Way to go, man.
He kicked for a little bit. I can see 4 points sticking up on the one side.
Sweet, dude. Well, you may run down there and check it out.
Yeah, praise the Lord. Send me a picture.
Yeah, I will. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. Oh yeah. Big 4x4. Nice. Or is he a 4x3? Okay. Oh my gosh, look at the body on that thing. He's a 4x3. Oh my gosh. Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Wow. Look at Sean first.
Good job, man.
Put his tongue in his
Put
mouth.
your tongue like its tongue.
Yeah, exactly.
Both of them are like that.
Now, hold up your antlers again.
Chain them up.
But
Yeah.
get down underneath it like that. Oh, I gotta get a picture of that.
What are you complaining about? Oh, I gotta take a picture too.
There's a foghorn over there in the road. It's the same one. Let's see. So this morning, I spotted a buck over here on this hill here behind me, about a fourth of the way down, and I couldn't tell really how big he was, but I could tell he had a pretty good sized rack. And so I went and got a different angle, and when I got over there, he was gone. And Charlie's hunting down here on the on that same hill, and I guess he saw him this morning. He said he was a nice buck, but he didn't have a shot. He had about a 600-yard shot, and it wasn't a real good shot, so he didn't take it. And so I guess that buck fed into the timber, and so Charlie's going to go off to the north, find a vantage point. I'm going to go off to the south and find a vantage point, and we're just going to set up on him, and hopefully one of us will get to see him this evening and get a shot. buck's right over there. He's about up almost to the top of that peak there, right at the edge of the aspens is where he was at. It's gonna take me a while to get up there. Sweet. Little one. Pretty cool though. Sweet find.
Man, this is 443 yards from where that deer was today.
Oh yeah, I was looking at this spot from up there.
Yeah, I want to get here in the morning.
Yeah. So what happened, dude?
Okay, so I'm sitting on my rock. I get up to stretch my legs, and I look around with my binoculars, and then I put them back, and then I look back in the same spot, and there's this log that wasn't there. It's like cinnamon brown. So I look at it with my binoculars, and it's a bear. I'm like 5 feet from my gun, so I dive my gun, pull my rangefinder out, take my glove off, and he's 245. I relax. Thought it was a great shot. He was quartering like this, so kind of quartering this way. I had a perfect behind the shoulder shot. I put the crosshairs, it was a 245. I put the 200 mark right at the like mid upper shoulder to drop down if it had to, and squeezed off. He jumped really hard, like something bit him, and then took like 5 steps, and then he's gone. And then when I get over there to the site, I find his tracks where he's just digging hard to get out of there, and they lead 5 steps away to a big oval hole in a huge rock.
Really?
And that's where they go in.
Dang.
And I ain't going in there to look.
Right.
I went about 5 feet away with my gun pointed like this, just in case. There's 2 holes, there's 2 openings in it. One's a little smaller and one's big enough where a pretty good sized bear can get in there. He's probably about 250, 300
Nice.
pounder, good sized bear.
You think you hit it? Or?
I think I hit it, but I don't know. I don't know. It didn't make a popping sound, but bears got a lot of fat, so I don't know what it sounds like.
It sounded like you hit it from where I was at.
It sounded like I thought I hit it because I laid a good shot on him, and he really jumped and bit hard, and then was digging for ground, and it looked like he was hit. I didn't hear it hit though,
But no
because
blood?
I was recovering from the boom. I didn't hear it hit. If we come back up here and deer hunt tomorrow, we can walk over there. It's only 100 yards over that way.
Maybe he'll crawl out of there and die or something.
I don't know, maybe we can look a little better. I feel better with another person because the sun went down, and you know what I mean. We're on the shade, and it's a big hole, and
Yeah.
but I didn't find any blood. But I didn't find he didn't never really cross any snow. It was all black dirt.
Right on. Well, we'll come check it out tomorrow again.
So I'd like to come up here and try and hunt those deer, and then maybe when it slows down, we can go over there and check it out a little bit.
All right. So I'm set up. It's the next morning after I spotted the buck on the mountain here. I'm set up about 400 yards away from where he came out yesterday. I never did see him last night. Charlie ended up shooting a bear, so we didn't stay the whole time, and we ended up looking for it. But he's been out here the last 2 nights. Mornings, and hoping he comes out again this morning. Well, I made a 400-yard shot on a pretty nice buck. Came out right where I was expecting. And I got up here, and that's what I found. Bunch of gut blood. So I'm just gonna wait here for a while and give him some time. So hopefully he'll go lay down somewhere and die. I'll be able to find him here after a while. Not the shot that I wanted. He was walking when I shot. I was on his front shoulder, but I heard the bullet hit about a second after I shot, so he probably just moved far enough forward that it hit him in the gut. So, not what I wanted, but hope for the best. Well, it's about 10:45, and I've waited about as long as I can wait to start tracking this deer. I found some more blood. Looks kind of like maybe a piece of liver, so I'm really hoping I hit the liver. It was kind of quartering away from me, so might have hit its stomach and liver in the same shot, hopefully. Anyway, I'm gonna just start tracking it real slow. Just take my time. I don't want to push it, so I'm just gonna go real slow and use my binoculars and try to spot it before I get to it. And hopefully I'm able to find more good blood and find it. Hopefully it didn't go too far. There he is. Yeah. Oh man, I was just walking along and I didn't even see him until I almost ran into him, and he's laying right there. Oh man, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable buck. Oh, he's all tore up here. He's been fighting. Nice. He's not super wide, but he's got some deep forks. Man, he's pretty stiff. He's been down for a while. Yeah. So I guess it was maybe a better shot than I thought. But it never hurts to wait. Oh, he's got like a little drop tine here starting. Got a couple points here at the for brow tines. So he's a nice buck. Man, nice deep V's. I am happy with this guy. He's got them all sharpened up too, man. He's been rubbing those antlers. He's a good looking buck. We saw a bigger one this morning. I saw a bigger one this morning. He was a monster. I mean, this other buck was huge, but I couldn't get a shot on him. And I was feeling a little down, and then this one just came out of nowhere about an hour later, and it was a 400-yard shot. He was in the same place that I saw him yesterday, and it was his 400-yard shot, and he was getting ready to walk behind a tree. He was walking, and so I must have felt like I hit him pretty good. I heard the bullet flop about a second after I shot, and so I knew I hit him, but I got up and I found guts in the blood, and so I waited 2.5 hours before I started tracking him, but he didn't go 50 yards probably. So he's a good buck. I'm more than happy with him. Not real wide, but nice and tall, and he's a dandy. Big old body, looks like a nice healthy deer. So pretty happy.
Just lock this down.
team doing?
Doing all right. Fishing Ross came a long ways off that mountain. Pulling, steering.
Congratulations.
Got the whole crew here. Escort Sean in from way up high. Yeah, nice.
See those 3 pine trees up there in the middle of the mountain? Look that direction to that lowest big pine tree on the mountain. That's where this deer came from.
Sean, was he up there by that tree? Same place?
Yeah.
Really?